There we go. All right, everything's working. Nope. Oh yeah, everything's working. Yay. Hello everybody to another episode of Cruisin the Planet. I'm your host Ethan Miller. Joined with me today is
Shay
and
Lark.
We've been waiting for Shay for quite a while. Actually,
Yes.
you finally come home to us.
I finally do. I didn't have class today, so
Yes. Shay has had class, I believe. Did it end or did something start right at the beginning of this?
no, we're just not having class today. That's why I got to be here.
Right. What was keeping you from us though? What kept you away, Shay?
Having class at 1:40.
Exactly at like 1:40, right? And then Lark is one of the first, and hopefully more DJs to come, of a guest host. You are Atomic A on KXTR. That's your show that you do every Thursday.
Every Thursday from 2 to 4.
2 to 4 in the afternoon. You can listen on KXTR 100.7 The Planet if you live in Stephenville, or if you want to get an idea of what that sounds like over our live stream, you can head over to KXTR.com and hit the Listen Live button. Lark is joining us not because they were super interested in being on the show, but because it is now for a points system.
That's not
happening
entirely
with all DJs.
true. It's not. So I was on the show once, and then COVID hit.
This is true.
And so everything went all sorts of crazy. And so then, things just got tight, and it just, didn't happen. And so I just assumed that because COVID is still a thing, I thought I just still wasn't allowed. And then another employee here was like, hey, DJs, if you want more points, because we work on a point system, I'm highly competitive. If you give me points and a chance to win something, doesn't matter what I'm winning, I'm doing it.
This is very true. Yeah, Cole is our graduate assistant, is overcharge of all of the DJ interactions with the station. We're trying to really bring DJs to feel like they're welcome to just kind of come here and be around us and be a part of the whole situation, and as such we've been adding points to certain interactivities where DJs come and they interact with us, some sort of activity at the station, and then they'll get points for it. One of those being a guest or a co-host here on Cruisin the Planet. And so we have our first DJ, Lark. I have two announcements before we get into the rest of the show real fast. We've got the football game against Northeast State, I believe, happening in March 27th at 6 p.m. The pregame for that will be at 5:30. Or is it at 5? I've never worked one of the football games on board op side, so I only know the game most certainly starts at 6 p.m. This Friday, March 27th. So if you're listening to this tomorrow, from the day this is released, it'll be board opt by station manager Lance. We have Byron Anderson and Kyle Masters as our play-by-play talent, and you can listen live at 90.5 FM, or you can go online at tarletonradio.com to listen to the live stream. Secondarily, the game that I will be working on is next week's baseball game that is against Dixie State. That'll be April 1st. I still don't know if it's a joke or not.
Dixie State?
The game being because it's on April Fool's. I don't know if they're just if football's trying to pull my leg. I assume not, because the only thing that's got me spooked is they've changed the time. Currently the game is starting at 3 p.m. when we were originally told it was some other time. That our play-by-play talent will be Kyle Cruz. I will be board-opping that game, and you can listen to that on 100.7 FM KXTR if you live in Stephenville, or you can head over to KXTR.com and hit that Listen Live link to listen to all the play-by-play of us, Tarleton State, beating Dixie State. I only assume it's going to be a beat, because, fingers crossed, real hopeful. As soon as you get negative in a baseball game, they'll kick you out of the dugout. Very superstitious bunch they are.
They beat us once in football, and then we won against them in football, so... Well, I'm just saying.
Shay, speaking of things that you're involved with, because that was totally what was just brought up, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
You haven't been on the entirety of the semester, and nothing looks super crazy or different. I wanted to ask you about the video that you've made for the station for tomorrow.
Well, if you've been keeping up, there was a part 1, and it is called Invasions of the Body Snatcher.
And that was last week's video.
Yes.
Last Friday's.
And it is based off, of course, the movie Invasions of the Body Snatcher, if anybody has ever seen that. And then it was me coming back from quarantine from last semester. Obviously, we're just a little late on that. But I got possessed by another alien who you will see.
Yes, a completely different alien.
Yeah, you will see in tomorrow's video.
Yes, we have there's now a physical form to, I believe, Minion.
Yes.
Is what that new alien has been described as so far.
And then next week is the finale, and he actually speaks, so we get to hear what he sounds like.
Ooh, fun.
Yes.
He or she.
He or she, I mean.
Yes, the Invasion of the Body Snatchers movie that Shay is referring to is the 1956 sci-fi horror. Looks like you can watch it on Amazon Prime. That'll be fun. I've never seen it. I only kind of understand the concept from a book that my mom explained to me
I'm not
about.
gonna
We can watch it.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not gonna lie.
Fantastic.
It's kind of boring, but
It is boring,
I mean, it's an old movie.
I guess.
Is
I don't
there a
know.
Mystery Science Theater 3000 over it?
I do not remember.
Oh.
The movies they pick for Mystery Science Theater
Are so
3000
good.
are insane. I think the only one I can remember right now was the one where it was Bigfoot was involved, and like he was like a ghost, but he was also real, and he was trying to help save this kid's dad, and as a kid got sent off to boarding school, and the only scene that I can remember is Bigfoot standing like backlit in the field, and he's like, "Go, Johnny! You must save your father!
Oh, well.
I am Bigfoot!" Then he disappears.
The only one I can remember is, I don't even remember the name of the film that they used,
Yeah.
but the monster alien in it was called Trumpy, and it had like this weird like
Trumpy.
elephant-looking face.
Oh.
And there were like these eggs in a cave. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Super fun. I just want to watch
The
it
B
again
movies
so bad.
the B movies that they come up with are insane.
Yeah.
They're just able to find the craziest stuff. You ever watch Mystery Science Theater 3000, Shay?
Have not.
You haven't? The old
No.
series or the new series?
Mm-mm.
I think Netflix put
They
together.
revamped it, yeah.
Netflix put together a new season that was like it was as if there was a continuation of the old season, and so everything was like sort of a redo, and everything was very referential. But there's a lot more production value in the new series.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
What they do is they like choose like a horrible B movie, and then they'll put
Bad,
like a little
actually bad.
Yeah.
yeah, like actually genuinely just stories bad, production it's all bad. And they'll have like a little movie theater seat silhouette at the bottom with the little characters, and they'll walk in, and there's like a couple like robot things and the guy, and they just sit there and make fun of the movie the
That's
entire
funny.
time.
But
I'm trying to find a picture of the robots to show off.
Yeah,
Here we go. There's a gumball machine,
and then
he-
like the weird beak.
he's like a beak.
chicken thing.
He's like every sports
Yeah.
thing put together. There's Crow, and I forget the other one's name,
Yeah, I don't remember their names.
but that's one of
unfortunately.
them, and that's the other one. They're very obviously supposed to be like campy, like early or like old school prop made robots, and all the effects are like super low budget, and it's all for fun. It's purely supposed to be satire. But yeah. So Invasion of the Body Snatchers Part 2, put on and edited by Shay. There's a new special effect that we've never worked with before. There is some chroma key that is being used. We've purchased new puppeteering materials to control Alien. Pretty fun stuff.
and Kirk-wise acting.
Kirk is
the
acting in this one as
top-notch.
well.
I love
Yes.
I love the little videos with Kirk.
I'm telling you.
Yes,
There was
Kirk's in this one as
in
well.
the
Yeah.
bloopers where he was talking about something his daughter was interested in,
Uh-huh.
and it's supposed to be name the creator, and he was like name of creator, and I was like that's not it, Kirk. That's not where it's at.
Oh, the Tyler the Creator
yes.
blooper?
Yeah. But he was like Tyler of the Creator.
It was like, no.
No,
We've had a fun station project we've been working on for the last, I think, 2 years, basically. Whenever Cole and myself started here, we've been slowly helping Kirk stay informed with the modern lingo.
Yeah.
Oh.
The most recent one we've gone over
Is
is
slap.
slap.
Yes.
Like that
that
slaps.
slapped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
slapped. That slaps.
It took me a while to catch on to that, but I use it daily
Yeah.
now.
Kirk uses them. I'm gonna say tentatively on his daughter, in a way of like being like
to test it out.
I know what's going on.
I'm hip with the kids.
Every once in a while he comes back like it's a mission every weekend. Kirk comes back and he's just like, I didn't do it, guys. I completely boxed it. And then other times he comes back and he's like,
I did it.
somebody knows how to use the word sus. And we're just like, yes, yes, woo! It's super fun. It's so much fun
The
to work with.
teacher
her.
has become the student.
LOL.
I see what you did there, Shay. You
Uh-huh.
see, this level of creativity is what you can come to expect from Shay.
Yeah, my
on
directing
those,
skills.
Those videos.
My directing skills are,
I really enjoy the blooper for this week. It's gonna be fun.
yeah, it's funny.
It's when the camera is like facing up at the ceiling. I'm just like, hello there.
Hello, hi.
So I always enjoy the bloopers, especially every
Yes.
once in a while. They don't get a ton of love on the YouTube channel, but we do
I really like the bloopers.
the monthly blooper video.
Yes.
It's not become monthly, it's been every like so often, but we do a lot of filming stuff and we have a lot of takes with this camera that allow us to just sort of keep rolling and trying things over and over. And it's very fun. Carly is the
Yes.
master of stitching those together. It'll usually be the bloopers from like 2 to 6 videos. They're so
That's
much
kind of
fun.
what I've noticed.
They're so much fun. It is literally the funniest thing to watch. Those are going like in a memorial of like the team. Lark, you're our DJ co-host, Atomic A. I have down here a fun little note. You want to talk to us about the 8 p.m. yeast rolls in town?
Y'all, I don't know if you're chicken lovers like I am. Fried chicken,
Smacks.
like the second best food. That stuff slaps. It's so good. Golden Chick, the perfect time if you like yeast rolls. The
We've tested
perfect
this
time
multiple
to
times.
get yeast rolls from Golden Chick is 8 p.m.
In Stephenville.
Yes, in Stephenville specifically.
If you come to Stephenville, go to the Golden Chick before or at 8 p.m. Because anytime
I
afterwards,
recommend at
you're on
8
the
p.m.
clock.
because then it's guaranteed.
Yeah, anytime afterwards, those rolls are on the clock. They are getting worse by the second.
But I mean, like at 8 p.m., I mean,
Literally
you reach
fresh,
in, you
Shay.
grab those rolls, they're steamy, you tear them apart, the steam just
It's
fizzles
coming out
out,
of it.
Yeah.
you know, you put it in your mouth, and I swear it just melts on your tongue.
It's literally
so
perfect.
good.
Freaking low rolls.
Sure.
Right?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Bread is just,
Yeah.
at my house,
mm-hmm.
there'll always be like a bread portion of the meal.
Yeah,
Yes. There
fantastic.
has to be.
And then my roommate was like, "You eat a lot of bread." I'm like, "Because I grew up this way."
Bread is good. Why wouldn't you
Bread's
eat
good,
bread?
though.
Goodness.
Bread is the perfect. I once did a calculation of like necessary ingredients for survival and whatnot, and it was like if you needed like a half ounce of pure protein, a half ounce of pure fat, and you could acquire those without any extra carbs, you would need to eat an entire loaf of bread, a pound of bread specifically, to make up for all the rest of it, which I've heard no one complain about.
No, I mean,
To be completely honest, top 3 foods that exist are cheese, fried potato product, and bread product.
Ooh,
biscuits.
Biscuits?
Yeah, definitely potato product. Period. I mean, potato bread, potato cakes, fried like French fries, fried potato chips,
Mashed
gnocchi, mashed potato. I mean, you throw potato in it, it's good. I
Right.
promise.
There's so many types of French
Potato
fry.
salad.
Potato salad, yeah. Mustard and mayo version, both are good.
Yes.
Yeah. No, the top
Hash browns.
hash browns.
Yeah.
Top 3 food products to exist are bread products, potato products, cheese products. It's just there isn't like try and
Yeah.
come up with a fourth. Try and
Yeah.
come up with something close. I would argue trail mix, but then really I'm just trying to talk about chocolate.
I don't like
Yeah.
trail mix.
And like chocolate, some people just don't like it. Some people
I
are
don't like the peanuts in it.
then just eat the chocolate. What?
Actually, not the peanuts, the raisins. The raisins ruin trail mix.
You are in fact crazy,
No, I'm not.
and we're going to move on because what I say is law.
No.
Speaking of crazy, last night the storm.
Yeah.
Were y'all in town when that was going down?
Yes.
Mhm.
The weather
was in bed.
updates.
Yeah, I was in bed
The
too.
weather updates that we were getting while it was happening. Just some. I feel like I have an interesting perspective on this. Last night, I was doing a weather report as this was all sort of happening. I even have the website. We use forecast.weather.gov for our from the National Weather Service for our atmospherics. And yesterday, it started off 80% rain. We're at like a 40% humidity, so like an 80% chance of thunderstorms, which is a pretty generally light and pretty nice, like quick rain. And then all of a sudden, within like 30 minutes of me reading that first one of like, hey, watch, get inside. We got thunderstorms all of tonight, all of tomorrow morning. Boom, instantaneously, both EASs go off. That's our emergency broadcasting. Bless you.
Thank you.
That's our emergency broadcasting system. Both EASs went off, and we're just like, tornado warning. And then they went off again of saying like, tornado warning. It is like moving its way east to west, straight towards Stephenville, straight towards the area. And then finally, when the rain did show up, it like we got hit with a little tiny pocket of it, and it just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's going.
It only went.
You weren't awake.
It only
that
went for
was
a
the
few
real
hours.
problem. I was awake for this.
Rain does
The rain
put me to
happened.
sleep.
It was raining pretty hard.
I woke up at, I want to say like 2, and then like 2:30 something,
Jiminy
and then
Christmas.
at like, I woke up at 4, was sort of able to go back to sleep, and I specifically remember the time 4:14. It was raining every single time I woke up. Oh, and then I woke up again at like 5:30, and then like 6:30, 7:30,
Jeez.
8:50, 9.
All because of the rain?
No,
Okay.
I just can't sleep.
Right. I think we've talked about that
Yeah,
separately.
yeah.
Sleep is something that does elude a lot of. Well, speaking of like difficult, I don't know, Shay, your inputs on the weather before we move on.
I mean, I just chilled in my room.
Just no worries.
Nah,
Not even stressed about it.
no.
You didn't even heed the warning of stay away from windows.
My bed's right by a window, so
Shay.
if it was gonna take out my window, I guess it was gonna take me too, because I was about to move.
Shay.
That's fair.
I mean,
I
but
feel that,
then
though.
again, that is the most like Texan attitude, where
Well,
it's just like, oh, there's another tornado warning, but like, it's not
If
a
it
real
happens,
one.
it's gonna happen.
If it happens,
Yeah.
it happens. Like you can try and get out of the way of it, but it's dangerous to be outside right now. No, my
Yeah,
mother,
exactly.
my poor mother. Power went out at their place as soon as it hit. I think it was way worse east of us, in like the Dallas from Dallas to Houston. I'd say a
It's
big strip.
probably why my professor canceled class today. I know
Yeah.
he lives over in White Settlement.
Yeah, that's very close.
So
Yeah, so yeah, power went down in certain areas. People were like, we're gonna die. It's terrible. And over here, people were like checking on us. They're like, you're out in the middle of nowhere. That thing's gonna swoop up and eat you. And we
Yeah.
just had like some really gentle rain that put everyone to sleep.
yeah, I had my brother and another family member.
Yeah,
My brother texted as per my brother. Actually,
Mhm.
it wasn't even a text; it was a Snapchat.
of course.
It was like, and I do quote, UK, the letter U, the letter K, question mark.
UK. It's the same level. This is the same level of like, you up?
Yeah.
Just. Well, that's good that your brother's got everything under control. He's got it all under tabs.
Yeah.
Poor dude.
Whose name is also Ethan.
You don't have to do this now. Now I gotta go get rid of him. There can only be so many Ethans. I did know a couple of episodes ago we did come up with how many Ethans there are. Hopefully,
yeah,
his name
I
isn't
saw
Ethan
that.
Miller.
I saw that. I do watch and listen to the podcast, so I did
Avid
hear
fan because it's points now. I think. Is it?
I didn't know listening to it was points. Are you
There
kidding
was-
me? I'm missing out on points?
Oh my god. No, we can talk to Cole afterwards for what is and is not points. If y'all are interested, DJs, well, we can give a comprehensive points list for next
There
week's
is
episode.
supposed to be one. We have one, but then things keep getting added, or like the majority of people aren't doing things. Y'all, I have so many points, and I've honestly been lazy, and I have so many points.
Lazy. You need a minimum of like 17 points.
A minimum
over the end
of
of
17 points to retain. Okay, so you need a minimum of 17 points to retain your status as a DJ with the Tarleton radio station. You get a point for each thing for each of your shows that you go to. Then you also need an additional, like, I think it's 2 points for an outside activity, which is what gets you to the 17 points. Anything above that, every 3 points above the 17, you get your name drawn, put into a raffle, and so the more points you get over, the more names you get in the raffle, the more likely are you to get for the raffle.
Yeah.
I don't know what the raffle item is. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. All I know is I'm going to have so many names in it.
It'll definitely happen. It will.
Yeah. All I know is I'm going to have names in
How many
there.
points do you have right now? Do you want to let your competitors even know?
No, why would I do that? I have such an advantage right now.
Okay. All right.
All I know is this is another 4 points right here.
Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, boom.
That's at least one name.
At least one. It's one and a bit.
You.
1 1/3 extra names. Fantastic. Goodness. I could not, for the life of me, stay organized enough to even attempt keeping track of the points. It's a huge problem. I've been talking recently. We talked with Taylor a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah, I know. I've had trouble with that too. So another way to get points is to listen to KXTR and KXTRL's like little Spotify things every week.
Yeah.
So I listen to them every week, both the hip hop and the rock.
Yes.
Most weeks I forget to fill out the Google form to get the points for it.
There you are. Yep. Yeah. Oh, yes. That's actually an amazing plug. Thank you, Lark. We have a playlist for the current top hits, the newest and hottest songs that are added to KXTR 100.7. You can find that on our Spotify account. If you want to know what is currently popping, then you can either be constantly watching TikTok. Thank you very much. You can either constantly be on TikTok, because that's where everything's happening right now, or you can head over to our Spotify and passively absorb a little more information here and there about all of the most recent happenings. But speaking of staying organized, I was talking with Taylor right before the episode, and we had talked a couple of episodes back. I think it was episode 68 maybe, 2 weeks ago, of like, I need a planner. And I started looking, and every single one of them is super different and super strange. I found, like, I was looking up, like, what's the best planner for adults, what's the best planner for college students, what's the best planner for like people who run businesses, what is the best everything, and everyone's got their own opinion on it. Even people for like neurodivergencies, like ADHD planner, this planner, that planner. I finally picked one that looked like it was going to work real well, and they're just out of stock. Turns out there are companies whose their whole job is to make planners for people.
Yes.
Which blew my mind, and I found one I really liked, and I can wait till April 5th to pre-order my June edition, I believe. Is that correct? No, the August version, because you have to pick it. They'd make it in quarterlies.
Yes.
And so you can pick your version up ahead of time. Or I can get an undated version. There's so much that it comes to planners that I didn't even know. However, I have noticed the ones that say, like, how much water have you had today, those are bad. Not because they have a water counter on them, but
because water's bad for you?
Yeah, because water's bad for you. We can talk about that. We can talk about that in a sec. But the ones that have the little water counters on them, there's no room for any important information. They're like purely trendy. They're just the trendy little, like, oh, I did all of my all my affirmations today, all of my little chores for the day, and that. I'm like, no, I need a planner that is going to, at 8 a.m., shoot a gun in the room and yell at me in Russian. Otherwise, I'm not going to do a single thing on the list. If it's too nice to me, if the planner's like super simple, like simplified, and is like giving me all this leadway and like not structured enough, nothing's getting done.
You know what you need?
I need an assistant.
You know that Alexa thing I have?
The Alexa.
Yeah. I set all the alarms and timers on my phone with the app, and I just put it in your room.
Oh.
Have fun.
No. I'll just unplug it.
Yeah.
That's why it has to be. It has to be something that I can't kill.
Google Home.
I have one of those. They don't work.
Oh.
It doesn't work for me is the problem. I keep figuring out how to get around the system. I'll just be like, dismiss.
I'll look the Alexa dots.
Maybe.
Those don't plug in.
Maybe.
And I think you can only turn them off through the app.
How are they powered then?
Charging. I mean, I guess you could just leave it on till it dies, but I think you only need to charge it like once a week or something. So that's still a whole week.
Maybe. Or I might just throw it in a bottle of water.
Can I get a solar powered one?
Thing.
I want a solar powered one.
I'm sure there's ways to modify them for solar power.
I don't want to modify it because then warranties go out.
Whoever uses... When was the last time either of y'all used a warranty? I've never used a warranty for anything.
I don't even
9 months ago.
9 months ago? What happened 9 months ago?
My car.
Oh, I see. I guess vehicle warranty. Oh, I've never used a vehicle warranty either. Is that a normal thing or not normal? Shay?
Vehicle warranty
Yeah,
is
it's pretty
very
normal.
normal.
Like
Yeah.
using.
It normally only lasts up to like 80,000 miles. But when I bought my car, it was at 70,000 miles.
There you go.
That's an '05, y'all. So she was doing good.
Doing real good. Shay, you ever use warranties for things like that?
No, I mean, I don't have my own car, so I
What?
bought. Mine's borrowed.
Oh, I see.
But no, I don't.
I
Yeah,
see.
I bought mine used, but the place
Yeah.
I bought it through was like, you can have a 10,000 mile warranty for only $200, and I was like, yo, only $200? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I used that.
I take my chances on
Right.
stuff like YOLO.
Yeah. Like, I'll never buy a protection plan. I think the only plan I currently pay for that is like an insurance-style policy, other than renter's insurance, is
Bro, you actually pay
my
renter's
phone.
insurance?
You legally have to pay
Wild.
renter's insurance.
Where you are, at least.
You live on the dorms. It's like, technically,
No,
you don't
even
live anywhere.
even the place I'm moving into now, legally, you're not required to buy renter's insurance.
What?
It's just where you are.
I'm great. Well, that's a waste of $50 a month.
It's only $50. That ain't bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's $50, but
Okay.
that's not bad.
No, it's not terrible. But aside from renter's insurance, which apparently is now optional, I pay for phone replacement insurance. That's it. And it's through my cell provider, Cricket
about to-
Wireless in
I'm
town.
about to have to buy a new phone.
It's literally $10 a month
I'm not
extra.
excited.
It's not detrimental in any way or shape or form.
There's a $10 and I think there's a $12 one, or maybe it's like $9 and $12. I only know because I went into Cricket Wireless with Lee to get a new
Yeah.
phone for him, and so I got all the inside scoops.
Yeah. No, the Cricket place was super helpful. They were super useful. They were just like, yeah, if you want a new phone, you can do this. You can hop on the insurance plan now. You can always drop it later. They were like,
But you can't get it midway through.
no, you can't. You have to start with it. But like, it's $10 or $12.
Yeah,
I pay
it's under $20.
Yeah, I pay $57 a month total for phone. That unlimited everything. It never fails me unless we're sitting in this room at this very moment. Let's see. I got one bar. But that's because there's so much RF flying out of this room and the room over.
I also
that,
have one
yeah,
bar.
everything is just covered. There's no way anyone's going to get any sort of signal in here. So don't contact us while on the show. We won't be able to get the phone number. We were going to cover something before I
don't
got off
remember.
on a tangent.
I have no idea.
We
Don't
were
you
talking
have
about
minutes?
planners.
Planners, water,
Water.
osmosis. Yeah, water is bad for you.
Osmosis Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come full circle on health social media. I think we found this earlier in the week, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
I have no idea.
We were trolling through the social media accounts. So the standard metric I was told was you eat, I think it's 36 grams, or you eat like a certain number of grams for however many pounds you weigh as a person is necessary the necessary protein for survival.
I was
You
told
shouldn't
a handful.
don't go
Yes.
over a certain
So
amount of.
It's
So
that's
this
the size of your
So
palm.
this is what I was told
Go ahead.
growing up.
Go ahead.
A healthy amount to eat for each meal you should be able to hold in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, like each serving is the size of your palm.
I think this might be an AFAB thing though.
Oh
to,
yeah.
To keep thin and
You
be
gross.
small.
But
Yeah,
like,
toxic, but like
Yeah.
apparently it's that
Oh.
much, and I'm gonna tell you that's not gonna make me happy.
well, let's.
I'm a kill a fool.
Right. Yeah. No, but you need.
That's one chicken strip. That's half a yeast roll.
Exactly. You need a certain amount of protein in grams, and that doesn't mean you need a certain amount of like meat in grams because it's not pure. It's not pure protein. I think the only thing that is pure protein is like highly processed powders.
Actually, I found out this
Go ahead,
week
Shay.
in class.
Yes.
A serving of rice and beans, like if you go to a
Yes.
Mexican food restaurant, equals 1 pure protein.
What?
It does.
That's true. I have also taken an
One
animal
pure
nutrition course.
protein?
Yes.
1 pure protein. Exercise fizz.
I'm so confused by that. Like,
I don't know how it works because
Okay.
it's a lot in that class,
there's like,
but I do remember
I
that.
actually only know that because of an animal nutrition course that I took.
so like
and like,
a serving of rice and a serving of beans. when combined together,
One
equals
pure
a serving of protein.
Yeah, just one pure protein.
One-
And then it was also like spinach and some almonds also equal that.
I'm so confused because there's so much like in rice and beans. Is it like a biochemistry thing of like, fun fact, when you mix these together, it just happens to be perfectly balanced with the human body?
Science, even.
All right,
Science.
all
I'm
right.
talking about metabolism in class. That's all I know.
Very well, very well. Anyways, getting to this water thing. You're supposed to drink a certain amount of water.
8 cups of
8
water.
cups of water, thank you, is like maintenance level. If it's very, very dry out and you've got, or like when it's cold out or super hot and you're sweating a lot, or you've got a lot of aspiration going on, you're like, you know, whenever you see the fog coming out of your mouth and everyone pretends they're
A choo-choo train.
a choo-choo train. Yes, everybody does that. Everyone thinks they're Thomas the Tank Engine.
Ew.
When
I don't have a face like that.
Sorry, you're missing out. but whenever that's happening, you're losing moisture from your body. That's why your lips get really chapped. Whenever
Hate that.
it's cold out and whatnot, or you're really sweaty, and then you come home and you just like destroy cups of water right before you go to bed because you're
It's
just
all
like
Dr. Pepper.
"Whoa."
It's all Dr. Pepper.
We understand that you are like made out of radioactive fungus, but we don't have to like completely go over that on today's show.
Dr.
As I was saying, on social media, the health side of social media, we're not going to get into like the toxicity of the like dieting
culture.
and diet culture that can really create some unhealthy habits and really bad mentalities. I just found a very, very funny point that was brought up that was like update to humans, update to the world. Water's bad. Water is genuinely bad for you. Because water, through the process of reverse osmosis, pulls minerals and leaches them out of your body, leaving you less hydrated and puts more strain on your kidneys. Instead of drinking water,
To filter your kidneys.
eat hydrating foods like fruits and vegetables. And like, that is
Fried
all
chicken.
not fried chicken.
Yeah.
That's all fine
Protein.
that's all fine and
Fried
dandy.
chicken has protein.
Exactly.
Bam.
There we go. We did it. Because we're talking about protein right now, or are we talking about water?
But
Water.
Okay.
Hydrating foods.
But like the argument the post was making was the process of reverse osmosis, which reverse osmosis is the process of you have like increased salinity on one side. It's usually generally shown with salts, but it's a concentration change. Basically, on one half, imagine like 2 water balloons next to each other. One water balloon is full of salt water, like 3, maybe 8% salt in that water, which is considered high. The other water balloon is pure chemical H2O. So if you let them touch, the salt transfers through, and these are magic water balloons, so don't attack me there. The salt will transfer through until both of them are the same concentration of salt. That is like the basic, like simplified process of reverse osmosis. So the idea that this person was coming out of was, well, if I drink water, it's going to leach every mineral and concentration out of my body everywhere that water touches, and then it puts the strain on my kidneys because your kidneys are designed to filter. Unnecessary filtering is what gives us kidney stones, and you can have kidney failures on certain things, and then you develop problems with your body and you have to undergo dialysis. But you can drink water. Water already no water given to you except for distilled water is pure chemical H2O. Distilled water, yes, that one's the bad one for you. That one literally, like, you can feel it. I can at least feel it pulling things like out of my mouth, and
I don't like the taste of it.
because it's stealing stuff from you, and that's what this person is getting
It
onto.
makes my tongue feel weird.
But like, just drink some spring water, like bottle,
yes.
like
The spring
get a filter.
water.
Yeah, get a particulate filter on
I
your
don't
tap.
recommend Stephenville water.
Tap water. It
Get a
depends
filter
on
on
where
that,
you're at.
guys.
Put a filter on
You'll
it.
die.
But you can drink water. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what health nut got into your brain, what level of like pseudoscientist was able to inform you that drinking water is technically bad for you, that instead of drinking water you need to like eat more fruit.
The same person who said keto was good.
It's just
Oh wait, no. Keto's not good.
I mean, it depends, but it's a low carb diet. Like my teacher, well, it's weird because my teacher last semester lacked keto, and this semester does not.
Everyone has their opinions on keto based
Because
on
he's like,
the stress it puts
all
on your
carbs just turn to sugar. No matter what amount you eat, guess
Yes.
what? It's gonna turn to sugar in your body.
body. Yes.
So yeah, I don't do keto. No.
Yeah, you eat too much bread, Shay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to give that up.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Keto's not for me.
And
this
that's
one
fine.
loves keto.
I mean, if it works for
Oh,
you, it works
I
for
don't.
you.
That's the thing.
I can't do it.
Keto worked for me very well because the foods I was giving up were foods I don't eat on the regular anyways. And so it was easy because I just increased my trail mix intake and my cheese intake, which were amazing. The biggest problem I find with most diets nowadays actually is usually just my income limitation, where it's like, going on a diet just kind of gets expensive.
Yeah.
Yes,
When I could
because
live
that
on
was the
potatoes and
problem.
pastas. Yes, that we'll say that one's the problem, so we don't have a meltdown. Why don't we? Goodness gracious.
I just wanted to share a Cheez-It.
Okay, here's the deal. We'll make it simple. Lark and I are partners, and so I hang out at their place a lot. They hang out at my place a lot. We like to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine together.
And share food.
Super hilarious show, and share food. That's the big important part. That's how we both know about the 8 p.m. Yeast rolls. I was on keto at the beginning of the year. Lark had just been purchased a giant box of Cheez-Its, the white cheddar kind, the best version.
Yes.
Lark went to share the Cheez-Its, and I simply turned and state, I can't have that. And then we had a big cry about it, and then we had to go through a whole bunch of snack food examples because Lark didn't know what I could and could not eat at the time.
It happened
And it
several
all-
times before
Yes.
I cried, but my water ducts were activated.
Yes, they were activated. That's how it's said.
It was profuse streams.
Yes. As such, I'm not currently on the diet right now. I've adjusted my diet to include complex carbs instead. That's just a bit simpler and cheaper. It's not as restricting because keto requires a lot of food preparation, which right now I don't have the time for. But I definitely see the downsides of it, however. It does put, I get over the keto flu. There's a keto flu that you get. I get over the keto flu incredibly quickly. There are some people who they did it for months and never got over it. And so, just like some people are allergic to certain things that other people aren't, some people can easily ingest some things that other people can't. Do your experimentations at home.
Do it safely under the what's called supervision of a professional.
Do it like my father, 100 miles an hour at a time. That man looks.
Under the supervision of a professional.
No. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that type of stuff. As soon as you think the formula's gonna work, down it. Just easy. I'm getting a yes from Shay, the medical professional.
Yeah, the medical professional.
There we go.
The one-day doctor.
The one day doctor?
The one-day doctor.
Because you're going to be a doctor, is that like a thing?
In the future, or you're a doctor for one day?
For a day.
Oh, I'll have the title of doctor one day.
Ah, there we
Okay,
go.
got
There
it.
we
In
go.
the future, I see.
The to be continued.
Yeah, to be continued.
Yes. Oh yeah, Shay. You are undergoing. What was it? You're doing internship hours, right? Or observation hours? There it is.
Yeah, after this I go there.
That's where you're going to? That's why you have to leave so soon immediately?
No, I mean, I can just leave here by 2:40 and then
All right. So
go to my car.
we'll be able to wrap up the episode and then you can
Yeah.
skedaddle.
Skedaddle.
Fantastic. Let's see. Okay. Did we finish the thing about planners or did we get off topic?
We talked about planners,
Yeah, we
and then we
talked
got off
about it.
topic.
Okay.
But we did talk about planners.
But we did talk about planners. Good.
Yes.
My brain's a little fuzzy. I think I took all my vitamins too early in the morning.
Oh no.
It's fine. But, let's see. What I was getting at with that really was that I need some sort of organization device that I can't destroy. I've tried the bullet journal. I gave it a genuine try, and I turned it into a recipe book instead. So I need something that's not that malleable. I found a brand. Let's see. My father recommended the Franklin planner system, and that one is beneficial, but he uses sticker tabs for a lot of his certain items, and I've never been comfortable with sticker tabs or highlighters.
They're really, really awful for. I yawned and I lost it, y'all.
Okay.
It's really bad
awful for somebody.
For ecological reasons.
Ah,
They're horrible.
I can imagine. Even like the Post-it note ones.
Yes.
Ooh, especially the Post-it note ones.
Yes.
All
That's what I
right.
thought we were talking about.
Just the little like plastic.
Oh yeah,
stickers
no,
you
those
put
are
on.
worse.
Worse. Okay, good. The whole geez, my D&D group is going off again. We're planning a new campaign, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to be a fighter or not.
It is going off.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, what I was trying to get at is, though, my dad used the Franklin planner system, but he required even more organization on top of that. I have a scattered brain just like he does, and so I need a system that's like very much locked down that can incorporate every part. And I found one brand called the Planner Pad brand that the way that its whole like claim to fame is that it takes every week and breaks it down into 3 distinct sections. You've got everything you're going to do in the week. You write it down on the top layer. And then you write down what's got to get done on what day in the middle layer. And then every day is broken down into hours on the bottom layer.
Dang.
I feel like I would only need the hours.
You do? I thought that as well. I tried doing just the hours on my little book here.
Yeah, but
That's what this
also
originally
tiny.
became.
Not efficient enough for by the hour. It's not. It's too small.
All right, whatever.
You have big pockets. You can easily carry a whole journal in those man pockets.
Would you leave my pockets alone? All right.
It's nothing against your pockets. It's man pockets.
It's man
I want
pockets.
them. I am jealous.
Well, if you stop calling them man pockets and just start calling them pockets and then buying them and
We've
just calling
already
them
done
normal
that. We
pockets.
already do that. Women's pants pockets are not pockets. We've tried it. It doesn't work. So now we have to specify. We want man pockets. That's why I started buying men's pants.
Do it.
And you know what? I have pockets, but you know
More
what?
power to
I
you.
need them in women's pants because sometimes I like to accentuate certain parts of my body
See.
boost
Yeah.
my brain cells
That's what it
to
is.
make me happy.
I see. Shay, you in on this one as well?
Yeah, we need bigger pockets. These are not good enough.
Right? Sometimes we get pants and it looks like there's pockets and you get home and there's no pockets.
Yeah, they're so together.
That one blows my mind still.
no pockets.
The only time you get no pockets in men's clothing are these stitched pockets where they stitch the top of the pocket closed so you know that no one else has worn the jacket. That's like high-end stuff.
Yeah, no. It's not like suit pants and suit jackets
Yeah.
and stuff. No, these are just
non-existent.
it looks like they have
Yeah.
pockets. You'll see the little seam. You'll be like, yes, pocket. You'll go to pick it up and you're like, oh, it's okay. They just don't want anybody ruining the pockets. It's all nice and flat right now. It's whatever. Get home, I'll tear them open. Ain't no big deal. Get home, try to tear them open.
Cut a hole in
You,
your
you
pants.
tear it open and you see your thigh and you're like, oh, I messed up.
I feel like this one speaks of experience.
Yes,
Oh, good.
it happened.
Oh,
It was the
no.
first time I ever experienced the whole no pocket situation. I was very mad.
I could imagine. I could definitely
It's like
imagine.
$30-$40 wasted because
Yeah.
women's pants are expensive. I bought a pair of men's pants.
So cheap.
It's great. So many pockets. $20. Actually, not even. $19.99, y'all.
Exactly.
$19.99
$40.
at Target,
Right.
no less. At Target. These were the good ones.
With the comfortable material.
Yes.
So there's a secondary part I've noticed as well in just like noticing like how slowly my wardrobe changes versus how slowly some of the other coworker wardrobe changes. I am a man wearing man's clothes. There's a lot of females working here wearing female clothes. Your materials are the worst.
Excuse me.
The materials used for y'all's clothing is so thin.
Actually, I'm wearing all men's clothing right now. I can't say anything.
It wears out.
Yeah, these are kind of thin.
They wear out so fast.
Yeah.
I've never heard of someone being like, "Oh, yep, my pants wore out." It was like, "What were you doing? Were you like riding a motorcycle with no padding on?" And they're like, "No, I was just walking and sitting all day, and I wore holes in the knees." It blows my mind that everything's more expensive for less material. Meanwhile, the cheaper stuff on men's clothing is just thicker. The cheap stuff is like, these pants right here, they've got like a little bit of elastic in them, and they're considered the cheap pants. I've never blown a hole in them. I've had them for years. Men's clothing, we have the benefit of like there's a meme between the boys of like the good shirts, the ones that they wear in quickly, but then they survive a long time. That'll be if you ever.
That's this shirt.
Exactly. If you ever hear
Such a good shirt.
Exactly. You ever hear if like he's had this like it's usually old like
This shirt
longer
is,
lived
like-
in spouses.
This shirt is like 15 years old.
Exactly. You'll have these arguments. You'll usually hear them on television between like spouses of like, you've had this shirt for years, I'm throwing it away. And he's like, why would you throw it away? I've had it for years. I feel like that misunderstanding is stemming from the clothing industry.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a set of men's and women's clothes, and then
Unless
everyone
your
would get it.
socks or underwear or something have just like giant gaping holes, just keep it. It's okay. Like, I think the last time I got rid of a pair of pants, it's because it was getting saddle burn real bad. For those of you that don't know, that's like the pants wearing away in the thighs.
Yeah. In
so-
between them.
Yeah. So had quite a bit of saddle burn, and then I went on a deer capture, and we were hog tying a deer, and my pants split right underneath my left butt cheek.
No!
And they were gone.
They were gone.
It was time to retire those pants.
Yeah. The pants.
But I didn't have them very long, y'all. I think I had those pants like 2-3 months.
See?
Like, not long at all.
Thin materials they just wear. No, everyone needs a set of men clothes, and everyone needs a set of women's clothes, and then everyone would get it.
Yep.
Simple solution.
Now the thing is, we need the fashion industry to get it, because clearly they don't get it.
I think they do get it, and they choose not to for money reasons.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
the theys are demanding change.
It's free marketing for a small group of people to complain about it, because then everyone starts talking about the pants and the pockets and this what, and then the one person who eventually does break gets all the money.
I'm okay with that. But they need to do it now.
Yeah.
I want to support them. I want to support them so I can change the industry.
Got it.
$1 at a time.
That's how you do it right there. Change the industry $1 at a time, ladies and gentlemen. You hearing this? Trendsetter, Atomic A, DJ at KXTR. Yeah, everyone just start buying men's pants more.
That's
and
all I'm
more.
going to do now on my show today. I'm just going to rant about pants and
Do it.
pockets.
Do it.
Now I'm mad.
Good. Use your anger.
I will.
I feel like a Darth Sidious over here. Could there be any possible bad drawback to this thought?
To the changing of the fashion industry?
Nope. No.
No, we get dresses with pockets. We get adequate pants. Our shirts will be thicker. Our
leggings
pants
with
will be thicker.
pockets.
Man, that's perfect.
What?
Dickies makes some leggings with pockets.
I have two
So does
pairs of
Magellan.
leggings with pockets, and they are amazing.
They're like
Yeah.
$40 though.
Also,
they're crazy.
if they're made out of a thicker material, if you fall down on a run, the knee won't bust. If you like,
Wait, what?
yeah,
With leggings?
yep,
The knee will just blow out of them?
yeah. If you accidentally fall down, yeah, it's gone. And,
Then how can you
and there's
even,
no way to patch it. You just gotta throw them away.
how can you even constitute that as like outerwear clothing if it can't survive a fall, something that humans are notorious for doing?
I don't know. You also have summer leggings and winter leggings. If you just made them all the same way, we could just wear them all whenever we wanted. But hey, whatever.
Wacky.
Yeah.
Strange.
I want good socks.
Yes, wool socks.
I love my wool
Thick.
socks.
Thick wool socks. There's only a couple of Dickies specifically. We mentioned them. Dickies makes socks that actually fit my feet. That like they get all the way around the back of my heel. Normally I'm a sock stretcher. When I go to put my socks on, I pull them all the way as far as I can before slipping them into my boots. I have a personal beef with a lot of footwear, however. There's a lot of brands that I'm just not allowed to partake in due to my shoe size.
I understand that.
Specifically the rollerblade shoes that I've been wanting for years.
I just recently found out So get this. I've been the same height since fifth grade.
Yes.
That's 5'5.5" for y'all.
And a half.
I used to wear a women's 9. I now apparently wear a women's like 8.5.
What?
But apparently that's the perfect size that I can fit in women's shoes, men's shoes, and children's shoes. The Holy Trinity. All of them. I have no limitations with footwear. None. Except for baby shoes. I can't wear baby shoes, but that's okay because I can wear kids' shoes.
Baby shoes aren't shoes. Those are more like accessories.
I agree. They're not using them.
No.
Why do they even have them? Just put some socks on those things.
Yeah, anything made for babies is just a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yes.
It's easy. No, yeah. So it's women.
A diaper,
women's
pillowcase, socks.
Done. Women's 8.5, right?
8.5. It depends on the shoe.
Right, of course. As everything with women's clothing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Men's clothing is small, medium, large, extra large, double XL.
No.
Y'all's things are measured logically by inches or centimeter at the waist.
No, ours is.
And the inches or centimeters of the inseam, like a logical human being.
Yeah, with the pants, yeah.
We have completely arbitrary numbers. So for children's, it goes by 2, so 2, 4, 6, 8, etc., etc. Women's clothes, it goes by 2, 4, 6, 8, etc., etc. For juniors, which is this weird in between, it goes by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15s, etc., etc. And then we get to plus sizes, and it's just 1x, 2x, 3x. No actual like measurements associated with this, and it changes every brand. A 10 in one brand is not a 10 in another brand.
Exactly.
Gross.
I have different size jeans.
Yeah, me too.
Like between brands?
Yeah.
That is the craziest thing ever. The only thing I have to worry about is like material, where I'm like, oh yeah, this is the right size, but I don't like the way it rubs. And then you have a buddy walk by of like, no. Throw it in the dryer a couple of times. Then you do that and it's great.
Nope. We have to worry about material, what size it actually is.
Crazy.
Ordering
Is this going to be
sucks.
enough? If this going to be enough pocket, is it going to be long enough? Because let me tell you, a long in one brand is not a long in another brand. A regular in one brand is not a regular in another brand.
Is that why you have to try everything on?
Yes.
Yep. I have to go. I don't buy pants. I go, like online. I go in the store because
Right.
they're never long enough.
Right.
So,
That's the same reason I don't buy shoes online, because they shoes do not function. It's like they've got warps. Different brands have warped sensibilities. I can relate on the smallest level.
Oh, and that's just pants. We haven't gotten to the shirts.
Right.
yeah.
I could imagine.
my t-shirts are all different sizes, even though they're just t-shirts.
Mine too. That's why when we go to events and people are like, "Oh, what size shirt do you wear?" Just give me the biggest one you have. It's okay. I'll wear it as a night shirt. Doesn't even matter. Just
Biggest
give
one
me the
you
free
have.
shirt.
The free big shirt. Speaking of, we have a couple of events going on next week, I think.
This weekend.
This weekend, that's right. We have the tailgate, which we have
Me and Rissa.
you and Rissa are at, and then we had one more event going on. We had a Lunch with the Planet event. That's what it was.
Mardi Gras next week.
And Mardi Gras next week. Thank you, Shay. We'll use these as our finalization statements here. So if you want to come in, we've been doing this voucher, which no one has seemed to bring in, where we'll give you a ticket because we can't bring the shirts physically sometimes. Do not be afraid to come into Math 138 and get the t-shirt size that you want. It's difficult when we're at events because we run out of sizes. That's why we do the t-shirt venue. But also we've realized that people just want an XL.
Yeah.
For like that what you just said, the night shirt of like, I'm not worried about the size. I just want, give me the shirt.
Extra large, please.
Yeah, give me the double X and I can run. Easy. People love those larger sizes. Unless you are like a very, very small child, then you want a small shirt. There've only been a few people who've asked of like, can I have a small?
I always want the biggest
Biggest
shirt
version.
you have.
You seen those giant hoodies?
The frog ones?
No. These are even, we'll show you after the show. They're even bigger.
Wow.
They're huge. Think Snuggie for adults.
What?
Oh yeah.
That's beautiful. I can take the dogs out at 3 a.m.
You
loving it.
you sure could. Oh, it's a very soft material too.
Oh my god, I bet.
Can't get it wet though.
I bet not. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah. Think my poncho, but massive. Actually, I need a bigger poncho too. I've realized I want something huge. But
A Snuggie is what you want.
The last thing, no, because the bank's open on those. Last thing we're going to talk about real quick is the weather for the weekend. As we're moving into the weekend, Saturday we've got we have a 20% chance of rain during the day. Sunday we have another 20% chance of rain, and then the 30% chance of rain and thunderstorms into the weekend. Monday, the thunderstorms continue only at a 20%. As what I'm trying to get at is this weekend, don't go outside whatsoever. Stay inside, sleep. Whole weekend. I'm giving you permission now, as the host of the show, as the host of your life, seeing as I talk about planners more than you do, you're allowed to sleep in the whole weekend.
So that means
You're a
I don't have to go
co-host.
to the tailgate
No, you don't have to go
or
to the tailgate.
round up. I can be like, peace out, y'all.
Ethan said,
Yeah, Ethan said.
yeah, if they don't know who I am, assault them.
Be like, this is my coworker.
This is my coworker and the host of the show, Cruisin the Planet. If you don't know who they are, you've done a disservice to yourself. Get out of here.
This is God.
No, let's slow it down there. I don't need any sort of deity striking me down in my sleep later on, Shay. Let's not go to that. Let's not go that far. I'm gonna do the finish off of the show, unless anyone wants to plug anything before they leave. No DJ things, other events. Very
I
well.
don't think so.
If you come up with it, just interrupt me, because it's a live exit. Oops, I pressed a button on accident. Listeners, viewers, we come to a close on this here episode. If you showed up late or wish to revisit us, you can find the show on our YouTube channel, Tarleton Radio, as a video, or listen in on iTunes, Spotify, and anywhere you get podcasts. We'll probably be talking a bit more about the planners next week, too. I'm just so excited. I finally found one that I get to test out, and then I might be able to sleep a little bit more. For updates about the show and other interesting things we make here at the station, follow us on all the links in the description. There are socials. You can figure out what we are doing and when we aren't doing things. Specifically, you can find links to Shay's video for this Friday. This has been your episode of Cruisin the Planet, where you can find something to do in and around Stephenville every week. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to recommend us to your friends. And if you have any questions or suggestions, ask them in the comments or as a review of this show if you happen to be able to. Next week, we have an extra special guest. It is going to be the student body president, possibly, and the president of an upcoming project happening in Tarleton State called SMART. So stay tuned for that. We also might be getting an extra upload on Tarleton Radio Network special report if all of the negotiations go well. But at minimum, we should have at least one person here next week as a super special guest from Tarleton higher up. But until then, enjoy your weekend, and everyone, go to sleep early.